I'm Peter King, CBS News.
What makes one business rise above? Why do some grow while others simply maintain? Time after time, consistently successful businesses work smart. And when smart businesses need to hire, they do it on the job site that is the proven leader, Indeed.com. According to an independent study, Indeed delivers 5 times more hires than any other job site. More hires than the rest combined. Businesses that work smart choose partners that have proven track records. It's no wonder that 3 million businesses choose Indeed. To make it even better, right now we're giving new users a $50 credit to post a sponsored job, boosting your listing in relevant search results and helping you find qualified candidates faster. Claim your $50 credit at Indeed.com/credit. That's Indeed.com/credit. Indeed, the world's #1 job site for smart companies like yours. Terms, conditions, and quality standards apply.
Broadcasting live, this is KMA Talk Radio, Life, Liberty, and the Pursuit of Fine Cigars. With your hosts, Honest Abe, the lovely Lady M, and Adam K. the Brewmeister. Listen to the show anywhere in the free world at KMATalkRadio.com.
I like to smoke them like Sir Winston Churchill, like John Kennedy, yeah. Remember Coach Red? Take my car, but you can't take my big cigar. My cigar, yeah.
Good morning, loyal listeners, libertarians, lovers of the leaf, and everyone across the great, wonderful world of Radioland. Welcome again to another exciting edition of KMA Talk Radio, broadcasting live from Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. I am Adam K. the Brewmeister, and back with me again, everyone's favorite world traveler, Honest Abe.
Did you miss me?
Yes.
I know you did. Yeah, no one ripped on you for 2 weeks.
And of course, the day
you're happy.
Oh, we started to, and he quickly changed subjects.
I ripped on a bunch. I called him a cat person a couple times. There were a great couple of cat jokes in there.
There you go.
Cat guy jokes.
Somebody kept it going.
Yeah.
It's good to be back.
Yeah.
I feel like it's been forever, too.
It does feel like
It's
forever.
really been a long time.
Yeah,
it's been like, really, you're gone for 2 weekends, but it's like a month that we...
But we did get to see the
like
great
3
state
weeks.
of Alaska, which I have to tell anybody out there, if you haven't been up to Alaska, and I'm not an outdoors guy, because if you're an outdoors guy, forget about it. It's paradise.
Right.
If you're like hunting, fishing, biking, trailing, ATVing, that's where you want to go.
So
but
nothing I'm into.
Neither am I.
Right.
Really. And it was still amazing.
Okay.
Yeah. Awesome place, awesome people. And it's really funny because these little towns along the way, they know that their livelihood is most of the #1 industry in most of these little towns is the tourism.
Right.
So like everywhere you go, and I'm even talking like the 15-year-olds who are working in their mom and dad's little shop, they're all so polite. I mean, they're all about giving you the best possible experience so you walk away saying, what a great town. Even the youngsters and everything. It was real nice experience.
Fantastic.
You've been up there, right?
Yes, I have.
You went up there recently, like Jim Colucci.
Not
from,
recently.
Sindicato Cigars.
A couple of years, a year or two ago.
How about it was the week after I retired in 2011?
Was it that long ago?
Wow.
Really? Was it that long ago?
That's long ago.
Are you going to go back?
I ain't going to go back. I already planned it. When my grandson, who's the baby, will be my last one. He's going to be 4 in October. I figure when he's like 6
You're gonna go.
or 7, then we take the 15. At that time, there'll be 15,
Wow,
10, and 6. You know.
Aw, yeah, he'll remember it for sure.
It was great. It was
Super.
unbelievable.
You went fishing?
No, I did not go fishing.
Did you?
No.
Did you bring your golf clubs at least?
I will tell you what. I didn't bring my golf clubs up there.
What?
No.
Yeah.
I think
there was one town.
I didn't see a lot of golf
I don't know
courses.
if you were in that town where down the brook the salmon would
Yes,
just you could take them with your hand.
They
You didn't
literally
have to
come
go
up. Yeah,
fish.
that was
you
in,
didn't have to go fishing.
You just
Well,
grab them?
Just grab them.
I watch that on the Discovery Channel all the time.
Actually, there was a little girl who actually went in there and was trying to pick one up, and it kept,
jumping.
Yeah, it was a little 9-year-old girl. Yeah,
You would just need a big net.
Right, and just drag it across.
that was in Juneau. That was in
Yeah.
Juneau. Yeah, it was just really cool, man. And then every scenic view just looked fake. Like you'd wake up in the morning, and look outside. Like, is this real? I mean, people wake up and look at
Really?
this every day. Yeah.
What is the sunrise and sunset like? The times I know certain times
Well,
of
when
the
we
year.
were leaving, like this time of year, like at 10 o'clock at night,
still light.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's still
that's
daylight.
so weird, right?
But in the winter, the sun rises at 10:30 and sets at 6:30. No. Rises at 10:30. It sets at 4:30.
I'm sorry. Rises at 10:30 in the morning.
Yes.
And then sets at
4:30.
You know what they call it, right? The land of the midnight sun.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. That's
wow.
the winter. But like I was talking to a couple locals, a couple guys. Actually, this one guy who was our bus driver is a young fellow who moved up from Colorado. Just loved it. He's a big outdoor guy. But he says that time of year, a lot of guys travel. They'll leave. They'll go out of state and they'll travel. But funny though, all the towns we visited, tourism was the number one industry. Obviously, fishing, salmon, cannery was the second, except Juneau. You know what the number one industry in Juneau is?
Crabbing?
Nope.
Well, no idea.
Government.
Really?
Yeah. Government. They got the big government capital there, whatever. Government's the number one industry, tourism second, and then the fisheries is the third.
Well,
wow.
About 30 years ago,
the more you
know. You probably weren't born, but about 30
You're
years
sweet.
ago,
Nope.
I was in Anchorage on business because that was part of my Western region at the time. And we went to dinner with the distributor up there. And he says to me, "You see that boat over there? Look how big it is." I look, and there's a big ship. About 2 hours later, he goes to me, "Hey, look over there." I said, "Oh, it left. I didn't see it leave." No, it's still there. The tide goes down.
Yes.
Like 30, 40, 50 feet.
Yes. A lot of the houses are all built on stilts. I'm talking like 20-foot stilts because the tides come in. Because we were in this one little Bay Area, it was like 10, maybe in the morning, maybe earlier 9. He's like, "Yeah, come back at 4. You'll see the water up to the bottom of the houses."
So, like, what do you do with a car? Like, your car is up there too.
You're not with the water.
Well, I hope not, but I'm just saying, like just like in the Keys, houses are on stilts, right? Which I get, but I don't get because they don't have that problem.
In Ketchikan, all the roads were wood plank docks. In fact, they just paved the main road. I think it was like 10 years ago, but there's still one road they left in town.
Were you freaking out?
No, it's really funny because you're like, there's no one's driving a car over this. This is insane. And sure enough, a car came by. And what's even more interesting is there's a stairwell. There's a photograph I got of a house at the top of the hill. I was going to say, this is my new diet. I'm buying this house. I'm just gonna because it's literally like 140 steps.
Oh my God.
Now, what's interesting is that wooden staircase going up there and the wooden porch in front of it, because it looks like a porch, that's a street.
No.
Wow.
That's a government street, and the staircase is a government street called Barber Street, because all the staircases and the wooden roads were all government roads, and they still are. It's pretty wild. I got pictures of it. It's pretty crazy.
And all the boats, private, everything, are tied. When they tied up, there is a donut. The line's tied to a donut.
So it can go up and down?
It's on a pole. There's a pole.
Yeah.
That makes
like
sense.
a 40-foot pole, and that's how the...
Yeah.
Okay, so go back to the car now, or do you only travel by boat? You have to wait for the tide.
To go from island to island, most of the transportation is via ferry.
But like while you're on there, if this is your house,
No,
you have a vehicle, right?
They got roads. It's a town.
No, okay, my question.
Well, this has been your introductory guide to Alaska, and this has also been the great part of this section of KMA Talk Radio, brought to you by the Alaskan Tourism Board. For more, please tune in next week as we get into Alaska, what you don't know, and what
I will
can kill you.
absolutely get this question answered before the end.
We have time later to talk about
Oh, yes. But anyway, we here at KMA Talk Radio are givers. We like to give great stuff away every week. We like to give away our good friends over at Zycar, give the Zycar KMA Caption Contest. Congratulations to David Precht of Venice, Florida, for winning last week's caption contest of the 3 giant bears stuffed into a Jeep falling out.
It was more than 3. It was like 5.
Yeah. Anyway, with his caption of the day after Smokey the Bear's bachelor party.
It was pretty funny.
Pretty good.
That just hit home, Paul, didn't it?
Yeah.
If you want to take home a Zycar Enigma double torch lighter in a gunmetal finish, just head over to the KMA Talk Radio Facebook page and post your best caption to the photo of the army guy in a sink, plunging the floor.
Really gross.
And just,
yuckiness.
Please remember that to win a prize, please be under PG-13.
Oh, but we could always censor it.
We can, or censor yourself. That also helps.
Yeah, that helps.
That's real nasty.
Yeah.
I just saw it.
If you
that
see
could be after
color,
a bachelor party, too. All right,
Sorry.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Sorry.
Can I get like the sad symbol for Paul's bad joke?
Why is Paul talking?
Yes.
Why is
Paul?
Sit down, Paul.
Every week, our good friends over at Iconic Leaf give away the Iconic Leaf KMA Poll of the Week. Last week, we asked you, what is the most annoying children's fad?
Jim, do you even know what a fidget spinner is?
What?
Do you know what a fidget spinner is?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you do know. He knows. He made the motion. He made the motion.
That counts.
That counts.
Yeah.
So, we had a poll last week.
Yeah. Fidget spinners, 53.7% of you find them the most. Snap bracelets at 20.9 as the most annoying. And, good job.
Person, sorry.
Beanie Babies at 17. Mood rings, sad 7.5% as the most annoying. Interesting. Congratulations to Trevor Kruger of Elijah, Georgia. He took home the 5-pack of Recluse cigars. If you want to win a 5-pack of Recluse cigars, just head over to the KMA Talk Radio Facebook page and cast your vote in this week's poll. What is your least favorite social media platform? Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or Snapchat?
Least favorite, like how?
We should have had a D, like all the above.
Yeah.
That's not a bad answer either.
But Paul, I just want to say...
No, you can't live in this world without social media now.
Yes.
Yes, I can.
Adam
I will
does.
happily do
Adam
it.
does.
Adam does.
Yeah. Until you make
Okay,
his,
and participate.
until you make his dating sites.
Hold on, yes, but wait a second. Not technically. You are on Facebook Live right now, so you really don't really
that's
participate.
work-related.
Doesn't matter. Is he participating? Is he out there?
By force.
By force.
Yeah, but Adam, you need to tell them they can't vote against Snapchat if they actually bought at the IPO or afterwards.
Right.
I did. It's a bad time right now, Jim. It's a bad time in my house.
We just gleaned over the fact, because I really just wanted to say in regarding to last week's poll that I would venture to say that you were a Beanie Baby collector.
No, I wouldn't.
Come on.
Never.
Don't lie.
Specifically the cat.
You got a little whiskers or a little baby iguana. Come
I
on.
never bought a Beanie Baby. I was never given a Beanie Baby.
I don't believe it.
Dude, please.
Beanie Baby and cats. I know
did
your
have
real
a-
secret.
I did have a snap bracelet, and I do have fidget spinners because every convention I go to, they give them away now for my other job.
Sure, it's the conventions.
Yeah.
They're free.
Sure.
I'm not paying for
That's
them.
what he says.
I
Anyway.
know. Sure it is.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be a fantastic show. Oscar Valladares of Oscar Tobacco will be here as part of our Meet Your Maker segment. Jim Colucci of Sindicato Cigars will also be sitting in.
Nice surprise guest in the neighborhood getting a cup of coffee.
Yes, thank you.
So
Just
let me
grab him
stop
right
in
off
and
the
say
street.
hi.
And free donuts.
And
Yes.
Not just donuts.
Not just donuts.
Free advertisement here.
Right?
Jupiter donuts.
Jupiter donuts. And they actually said they weren't going to eat them. I know you
I mean,
know.
I'm not a
I'm just
donut
saying.
guy, but Jupiter donuts is like more than just a donut. It's like a cake donut. I mean,
It's
actually
like
really good.
heaven.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
It's
I'm on a
good.
diet.
I know.
You're still on your sugar kick?
Yeah, I had
Yeah.
my first drink in over a month.
He says
Last
yesterday,
night
he says
I'm hungover, or I had one drink. I'm hungover.
Why would he be on a diet?
He's getting
He lost
married.
20-something
He lost
pounds,
the
though.
fitness suit.
yeah.
So he's cut sugar.
I was
He's
a
on the
little chunky.
LGN diet.
But wait, he's gotten addicted to it now because he's like, no, I'm only going to have 4 ounces because I don't want to do anything to ruin the weight loss that I'm on. Like,
Why
this-
are you saying this in front of Abe? This is going to be nonstop torture all
Fodder.
week now.
It's good fodder.
Sorry. I just had to laugh because you're
Sometimes
doing a
you
great
gotta
job, but my
poke the
goodness.
fire.
We
Poke
got
the fire.
We got
I-
a break.
I-
We got a break.
I'm well aware. Thank you. Paul trying to control things here. All right, it's going to be a fantastic show. Make sure you stick around. Lots more to come. Oscar Valladares of Oscar Tobacco. Keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too!
Yes, it's mandatory.
Nat Sherman is the leading American luxury brand in premium cigars. From the classic range of the Metropolitan and Host selections to the transformative Timeless collection, their elegant sterling and limited edition offerings, or the bold and commemorative 1930 blend Andy Polka. Everyone has the opportunity to enjoy a Nat Sherman experience. Family owned and operated since 1930, Nat Sherman's tradition of innovation and commitment to excellence reminds us why America's Nat Sherman brand is known as tobacconist to the world.
Cigar enthusiasts, did you know your personal freedom to enjoy a fine cigar is affected by some form of smoking ban in all 50 states? Additionally, taxation on premium cigars is at its highest level in history, with some states taxing at an astronomical rate of 75%. Finally, there's a solution. CRA, Cigar Rights of America, is the first and only non-profit public advocacy association fighting for your freedom to enjoy a fine cigar. Don't just sit there. Become part of the solution. Become a CRA member today. Membership is only $35 a year. That's less than $3 a month. And as a special bonus, CRA will send you 2 limited edition cigars as a way to say thank you for joining. Visit cigarrights.org for more information and to become a member.
Quality and value are always the two biggest determining factors for consumers when making buying decisions. Casa Bella by Sindicato Cigars offers superior flavor, quality construction, and an affordable everyday price. Completely handmade in the Dominican Republic, these value-priced, smooth yet flavorful cigars are comprised of Dominican and Nicaraguan filler tobaccos, and they're available in natural and Maduro wrappers. Visit SindicatoCigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Casa Bella cigars.
The Oliva family, makers of some of the most affordable yet highest rated premium cigars available. For 7 straight years, Cigar Aficionado has rated Oliva as one of the best cigars, and in 2014, the Serie V Melanio Figurado was crowned as #1 cigar in the world. The Serie V Melanio is known for its rich, big notes of leather framed by a range of coffee, caramel, and woody intonations. So, always ask for Oliva, an unbeatable value and uncompromising quality.
The recently released Perdomo Double-Aged 12-Year Vintage is an extremely rare blend of Perdomo's finest and most cherished 12-year-old fillers, binders, and wrappers. Bale-aged for 10 years and then barrel-aged in bourbon barrels for an additional 2 years, these exquisite Nicaraguan tobaccos are bursting with rich, complex flavors. Offered in Connecticut, sun-grown, or Maduro, available at only 250 authorized tobacconists worldwide, the Perdomo Double-Aged 12-Year Vintage is a must-have for every cigar enthusiast.
Sereno Royale Cigars, created at the La Corona Cigar Factory in Esteli, Nicaragua. Each artfully crafted blend comes to life under the watchful eye of master blender Omar Gonzalez Aleman and industry veteran Anthony Sereno. A combination of hand-selected tobaccos from the fertile soils of Esteli and Jalapa are aged for over 5 years and then draped with a luxurious wrapper leaf. A post-roll aging process of 2 additional years brings you an endlessly complex and balanced experience. Visit our website at serenocigars.com.
Since the dawn of time, the universe has been constantly evolving. Now experience the evolution of flavor. Sindicato Cigars, available in Ecuadorian shade-grown Corojo and San Andres Marron wrappers, are beautifully crafted by master blender Arsenio Ramos. Using a double-leaf binder and meticulously box-pressed, Sindicato Cigars provide the perfect draw to deliver the evolved flavors you won't soon forget. Visit SindicatoCigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Sindicato Cigars.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio. We are here broadcasting live in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. I am Adam Gay, the Brewmeister. With me, of course, Honest Abe.
Good to be back.
And the artist formerly known as Erica.
Artist formerly known.
We're trying.
We're trying.
By the way, I do want to say, because we normally have our TV show thing. You watch Ray Donovan at all?
No, I don't get Showtime.
Oh, Jumping the Shark. Rip Ray Donovan.
Really?
Yeah. One of my favorite shows, and then the season, like...
It just started like a week or two ago, didn't it?
Yeah. Well, I was gone, so I came home to the first 2 episodes of the season, and seasons 1 through 4 were, like, awesome. And, like, these first 2 seasons, I guess spoiler alert, so if you're listening and don't want to know, don't listen, but I guess his wife dies.
I didn't even know he was married.
Yeah, he had a wife, and it's all about his wife and his thing, and he's so weak and timid, and like he has this like semi-mentally retarded brother, Bunchy. So in the first 2 shows when the highlight is by Bunchy, this is not going to be a good season.
Ooh.
Yeah. Very disappointed in Ray Donovan, so I don't know.
There you go. And
Aww.
now you know, and knowing is half the battle.
Well, we usually have a little TV talk show.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
We got an Alaska tangent, but that's something I did want to bring up.
I know. I wanted to see,
I had a whole segment dedicated to it. I figured you'd had,
Ray Donovan?
Tons of...
No, Alaska.
I don't care about Ray Donovan.
And with that, it's time to see this week we consider to be our favorite part of the show.
I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell.
It's time to meet your maker.
The Oscar Valladares Tobacco Company can be found in a small factory in Denley, Honduras. Since 2012, the factory has produced unique premium cigars. Oscar has worked for more than 9 years with Rocky Patel and now has his own factory. Oscar Valladares, welcome to KMA Talk Radio.
Thank you for the invitation.
Oh, absolutely. So, welcome. I mean, it's a pleasure to have you. I mean, we've had your business partner, Island Jim, on before. It's you've got a very unique packaging ideas. There's a lot of interesting things to cover.
He's got an in-depth history. I mean, basically, he's worked with almost everybody in the industry. You mentioned Rocky, but he also made cigars for General for 20 years in Oliva.
No.
Thank you, Paul.
That was, yeah.
No, his partner.
I have my business partner. Yeah, in Honduras. So making the decision to have a factory in 2011 with him. So start with him.
What were you doing before that?
Me?
Yeah.
I work for Rocky for.
In the factory?
No, yeah, in the factory. In that time I worked for Rocky for 9 years. I drive in the bus. I give tours and the farms and the fermentation, for 9 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Couple years later, I talked to Rocky and I start distributing cigars in Honduras. Rocky Patel Cigars in Honduras.
So you're you're distributing his cigars?
Yeah.
Okay.
And later I selling more and more and more. So he give me Latin America and the Caribbean. So I'm really busy in that time, like give the tours, working on the quality control of the factory, later selling cigars.
Mm-hmm.
And I opened the portfolio, so I'm selling Cuban cigars and some brands from the Dominican and some brands from Nicaragua. Yeah, so it's very, very busy. But 2011, I talked to Rocky. I said, I no can do it anymore working for you because I'm really busy traveling. I open Mexico, Guatemala, El Salvador, Aruba, Venezuela,
Now, when you say open, you open them selling
cigars,
like Rocky cigars and other cigars you carried. Okay, so you're basically now a cigar distributor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
So what took you from being the bus driver to a cigar distributor to say, hey, now I want to open up my own factory? It's kind of a jump.
Yeah, that's crazy, but I love this business, and it's
a great business.
Yeah, and I learning a lot, every day. But I don't know. It's that happens, I try the selling cigars. I try the education the people. For example, in my country, not too many people smoke cigars, right? And I try the selling there, and it's really hard the first year. So I say, the problem here is education about cigars. So I start making events, and I bring the people making the cigars. So the cigar is making in Honduras, but not too many people have access for see the factories because it's free zones. So I bring a table to the hotels and have invitation for 50 people and see how making the cigars and explain a little bit the blends, smell the tobacco.
Is it because of a lack of knowledge, or is it because economics? Cigars are kind of too expensive
I think
for them there.
Both.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you have, when you got into making your own factory, did you have any experience buying tobacco, curing tobacco?
When I working in another factory last time, you learning. For 9 years, I need learning something, So, selection the leaf or see what tobaccos for different areas, like Nicaragua, a little bit more spicy, Honduras flavor. So, learning and make it.
Wow.
All right, well, very interesting. We've got a lot to talk about with Oscar Valladares. We've got a lot of interesting things to cover. It's going to be a very exciting show. Make sure you stick around. A lot of interesting things in the news this week, too. So Coop is going to be calling in, and we're going to be talking about that. Not to mention there's a lot of great stuff about the way I love how the health organization got denied this week. That was great. So we're definitely going to talk about that. It was definitely a lot of interesting things that happened. More with Oscar Valdez when we come back. Keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too!
Yes, it's mandatory.
Joya de Nicaragua proudly announces the release of Cuatro Cinco Reserva Especial, a carefully modified recipe containing a unique and exceptional selection of barrel-aged grade A fillers and a beautiful silky shade-grown Habano wrapper. From the legendary Jalapa Valley, produced in small quantities, this exceptional medium to full-bodied cigar will continue to captivate consumers with its rich Nicaraguan complexity, subtle woody and sweet flavors, and a velvety finish. Try a Cuatro Cinco Reserva Especial today.
Quality and value are always the two biggest determining factors for consumers when making buying decisions. Casa Bella by Sindicato Cigars offers superior flavor, quality construction, and an affordable everyday price. Completely handmade in the Dominican Republic, these value-priced, smooth yet flavorful cigars are comprised of Dominican and Nicaraguan filler tobaccos, and they're available in natural and Maduro wrappers. Visit sindicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Casa Bella cigars.
Make sure you try all of Caldwell's lines, including Long Live the King, Blind Man's Bluff, and Eastern Standard, which were all awarded 91 ratings by Cigar Aficionado and Cigar Snob. Do not forget the 93 rated King is Dead, which earned a spot in the top 25 cigars of the year last year by Cigar Aficionado. You can find more information by following Caldwell Cigar Company on Facebook. If you're not running with us, run from us. We own the night. Caldwell Cigar Company.
Cigar enthusiasts, did you know your personal freedom to enjoy a fine cigar is affected by some form of smoking ban in all 50 states? Additionally, taxation on premium cigars is at its highest level in history, with some states taxing at an astronomical rate of 75%. Finally, there's a solution. CRA, Cigar Rights of America, is the first and only non-profit public advocacy association fighting for your freedom to enjoy a fine cigar. Don't just sit there. Become part of the solution. Become a CRA member today. Membership is only $35 a year. That's less than $3 a month. And as a special bonus, CRA will send you 2 limited edition cigars as a way to say thank you for joining. Visit cigarrights.org for more information and to become a member.
If you had to pack a go bag, what would go in it? For Pepe Mendez, it was his rare Pilotico tobacco seeds, which he personally carried to the Dominican Republic half a century ago. In tribute, we introduced the Monte Cristo Pilotico Pepe Mendez, a robust cigar with nutty, leathery notes and a slow burn that marks the rebirth of a golden age. Try the new Monte Cristo at your local cigar lounge, and you may want to pack one to go too. Surgeon General warning, tobacco smoke increases the risk of lung cancer and heart disease even in non-smokers.
Since the dawn of time, the universe has been constantly evolving. Now experience the evolution of flavor. Sindicato Cigars, available in Ecuadorian shade-grown Corojo and San Andres Marron wrappers, are beautifully crafted by master blender Arsenio Ramos. Using a double-leaf binder and meticulously box-pressed, Sindicato Cigars provide the perfect draw to deliver the evolved flavors you won't soon forget. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Sindicato Cigars.
When a child is diagnosed with cancer, their life and their family's life changes dramatically. Chemotherapy treatments, doctor visits, and trips to the hospital soon consume their time. The programs and services provided by the Kids Cancer Foundation make it possible for the foundation to meet the needs of our young patients and families. We could not provide these resources without your support. For more information and to find out how you can make a difference in the life of a child battling cancer, call 561-333-8116 or visit kidscancersf.org.
Sponsored by CLE Cigars.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Black hole sun.
Wow. R.I.P.C.C. Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio. I'm Adam K, the Brewmeister. With me, of course, Honest Abe and the artist formerly known as Erica. Hi.
Is that the new?
Are you keeping
tagline?
that?
No.
I'll find something else after the next break.
Yeah.
I'll find something else.
Let's change it each hour,
Yeah.
at least.
Well, at least every 20
Maybe.
minutes. How's
That's
that?
good.
Are you catching the theme in the music that Colin put together?
Dead artist?
Oh, it's only been one song.
Oh, I thought the other one too.
Okay,
Forget it.
Dead artist?
Ignore.
No.
Too soon.
You'll see. There's more to come.
What do you mean?
Just think about it. There's a theme
Oh,
coming
it's
up.
is it about the eclipse? Are you doing eclipse stuff? Really? Are you? Please tell me you've got a total eclipse of the heart coming up. Is that happening?
Supposedly she's singing this song.
He doesn't want to tell you what he's got.
No. Got it.
Soundgarden.
For those of you not paying attention, yes, we've got always a fun, interesting theme here on KMA Talk Radio.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Hopefully you got a little Van Morrison. Now I'm thinking of every
song.
Moon in it now.
About Dark Side of
Well,
the
you
Moon.
ruined it, Paul. You're like a
it's a
girl.
solar
You're like
eclipse.
a girl.
Whoa!
So, like a girl, it's not an insult. It's an insult
She's
for him.
don't get her started
Anytime
today.
that you tell something to Paul, it's an insult. So I can just go ahead. What is it?
But it's an insult for him.
But I'm a girl, so if
But
you're
he's not supposed to be like a girl.
Let's hear it.
Here we go.
No, man, just saying like he couldn't wait to. Oh, did you guys know the theme of the song? It's like
Anybody-
his first break. Did you guys get the theme? Did you
I
know
thought
the
there-
theme?
I thought
what
there
was
were
the theme?
two.
It's an amazing theme.
Anybody
Maybe
needs
I
me,
knew
I'll be in
too,
the
and I didn't
hallway.
say anything, and I'm a girl. So there.
Because okay.
Honorary.
Moving on.
Thank you for deflecting, Erica.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Wow.
I'm learning the art.
Yeah. It's another fantastic
Yeah.
episode of KMA Talk Radio. Make sure you're listening and following us on Facebook and on the Twitter and, of course, the Instagram as well. And make sure you participate in the iconic Leaf poll of the week and tell us which is your favorite or least favorite social media platform. Anyway, we're here talking to Oscar Valladares of Oscar Valladares Tobacco. Oscar, thank you for being here. Before we went to break, we've been talking about your brief history a little bit. You spent 9 years with Rocky Patel. You were driving the bus, doing the tours, working in the factories, and then started doing your own distribution in Latin America and expanding on that, and then decided, I'm going to get my own factory and start making my own product. What is the biggest challenge you found as you tried to move from just working for other people to working for yourself?
That's a big step, but I like what I'm doing. I like make people, and when I distribute the cigars, I traveling to Argentina, Mexico, selling the cigars, and I think one change a little bit to me is when I visit Mexico. So I visit Mexico, try the selling cigars, and I go into the bookstore, right? And I take like cigar books in Spanish. So one of the books say the more old cigar in the world, it's from the Mayans. It looked like a little bit rustic, and I started learning, about the stories, and I said, I want to put something in the market. If I want to make my cigar, I want to put something in the market, have story, or you can remember. So I think in that books I see, something I like it, and I put together and put in the market.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, this was your first brand in 2012.
Yes.
Which was obviously everybody marketed as the end of the world.
Yes.
Again.
Again.
And the terrible John Cusack movie.
Right? So this was actually from your first run 5 years ago, where you made actually 2012 boxes.
Yes.
And this is box number 370.
Yeah.
Now inside the box, when you open it up, you had your cigars, and you had one of the cigars that's wrapped in a tobacco leaf. And what does it say on the band there? To be smoked on December 21st, 2012.
Yeah.
Because
the last day.
Because you figured why?
Because that's the last cigar you're smoking in your life, or your celebration new generation. Because that's the day the Mayans say is the end of the world.
2012 December.
Yeah, and I put that because I use tobacco for the Mayan area in Honduras. So I put everything together, a little bit piece of the story, but at the same time, a good cigar and different.
Now I'm just curious. Did you have any of these boxes after? Because what did the guy do now? Now I can't smoke it. It's passed.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm in January,
the expiration date.
Yeah, if I'm in January, I'm screwed.
I have almost like 500 boxes left.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So, but this brand now is being sold today.
No more.
No more.
No more.
So the 2012 doesn't exist.
Yeah. No
Okay.
exist.
But there is now the 2012 by Oscar.
That's
saying,
just
that's
started shipping.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's a new. Because I put new on the market in a box press, and I'm making in Connecticut, Corojo, and Maduro. Yeah.
Now that cigar doesn't have a cigar in there that says smoked by
No.
December.
No.
Just wanted to make sure.
No.
Can it say December of 2021? Because that might be next.
Yeah, and that's a good marketing ploy to keep people to keep buying. They got to buy it before December 2021.
Yeah.
There we go.
So and the new 2012s have not hit the market yet.
Yes.
They have?
Yes.
Okay.
It's at the market last January.
Now, prior to this, did you have brands on the market, or were the cigars that were being made for Island Jim, the brands that you were making, obviously formed, were those the only cigars on the market that were coming out of your factory?
Okay. I'm making for Jim Leaf by Oscar.
Yes.
Island Jim. Okay. Last IPCPR, I put the Oscar in the market.
Yeah,
the Oscar.
No, that was the Woody. Which one was the Oscar?
The Oscar is that.
Is that?
Okay, this one. This one came out in the market last year.
Yes, but in Corojo Havana wrapper.
Okay.
So it's a different box. Look like the cigar molds, and it's like that.
Whoa.
This is a new. The when I released last year is a Habano. So it's a different color of the box. It's the same box, but different wrapper. That's new this year in the IPCPR, and this is Maduro.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm missing something in the timeline here, Oscar. Maybe you can help me out. this you started your factory in 2011, yes?
Mm-hmm.
This came out in 2012.
2012.
Okay, and then Island Jim cigars came out what year roughly?
Or better, the Leaf by Oscar was really the first thing to market.
Yes.
So when did the Leaf by Oscar
when did the Leaf by Oscar
go to full production?
Full production, okay. When I making this, Jim visit me in Honduras, right?
Right.
And he say, man, I like, what you doing right now. I want to make sure my store in United States is the first store have the product. Okay. So later he see the packaging and he say, Oscar, I want you making for me my house blend.
Okay.
So
what year was this roughly?
2012, like December 2012.
So
Yeah.
So it was too late to smoke the cigar in the 2012 box.
Right. So you started making this house blend.
House blend.
Okay, but this one stopped being on the market.
It stopped. It's only 2012 boxes.
So let me ask something. Between 2012 and last year, did you have any brands on the market? Or were you making cigars basically for Jim?
No. For Jim, I'm making only, the Island Jim, Leaf by Oscar, Big Johnny, Woody.
Mm-hmm. Which is crazy.
Erica,
what was your brand after 2012?
Erica's always
the Oscar Habano.
But this came out when?
Last year in the show.
So what happened between 2013 and 2016? 3 years. Did you have any brands?
Only.
That's what I'm asking you. In those 3 years, did you have any brands?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
Yeah.
What was going on in that 3-year period that you didn't make any brands?
I try. They have a lot of tobacco in my factory. I grow tobacco and I support the people on the farm. So I try to have a lot of tobacco in the stock because I'm making the leaf, but I want the leaf have consistency. And I try to have a lot of tobacco. So if I put another project in the market, I don't have the tobacco, and also I need making different. So I need to have the materials and all this. So I wait. And
so you're just preparing all the material.
During those 3 years, you're still making cigars for Jim.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But growing the leaf, that's the same as the one you want to use.
Now you're making cigars for Jim, and now you're coming out with cigars. So I'm just curious at this point. Does Jim know that you're coming out with cigars?
Actually, he told me.
He told you. That's a good relationship.
Yeah. It's like 2 years ago. He said, Oscar, you need coming with your own brand. You have only one customer at the factory, or you need find out more customers. I say, I don't want to make a cigar for more people. If I want to make it, so I want to make it for me. Actually, he say, put the Oscar. So I put the name the Oscar and put in the market.
Nice.
Wow, that's actually pretty.
But this is the second one, right? There's another one that came before it.
The cigars that he was making for 3 years were called Leaf by Oscar.
No, but there was another box just like this one you said, right? This is the newest one.
This is the Maduro one, yes.
And
he had
there's
a
one
different
before
wrapper last year that he really released.
Okay.
So how has your cigars been doing in the market compared now to the cigars? Because I see this a lot in this industry. There are guys who make cigars, and the people they make cigars for, they sell it well. And then they try to make their own brands. And,
Not going to name any names.
I don't want to name any names either. But...
I didn't say it.
And their brands don't do well. So how has your personal brands been faring?
Man, I make it different. For example, for leaf, I use more Honduran tobacco, right? Okay. Fillers is pure Honduran. Bander, pure Honduran. And this, I play with Honduras and Nicaragua. I use a Habano Ecuadorian wrapper. So, I try to make it different. It's funny because last year, when I released the Oscar Habano, I started in the IPCPR, and I opened only 58 accounts. So that's good. In December, I have 250 accounts. So, it's kind of very good. And I see the news is cigar number 9 in the top 25 by Cigar Journal, the magazine. So it's good. I start selling and selling. And later in January, I released 2012 box press, Connecticut, Corojo, and Maduro, and sell it very well.
Right
Good
on.
for you.
And I released the Maduro and the IPCPR, this IPCPR, and we sell it very well too.
Well, can't beat that.
Absolutely.
That's wonderful.
So, yes, more to come with Oscar Valladares of Oscar Valladares Tobacco Company when we come back. Keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Sereno Royale Cigars, created at the La Corona Cigar Factory in Esteli, Nicaragua. Each artfully crafted blend comes to life under the watchful eye of master blender Omar Gonzalez Aleman and industry veteran Anthony Sereno. A combination of hand-selected tobaccos from the fertile soils of Esteli and Jalapa are aged for over 5 years and then draped with a luxurious wrapper leaf. A post-roll aging process of 2 additional years brings you an endlessly complex and balanced experience. Visit our website at serenocigars.com.
Since the dawn of time, the universe has been constantly evolving. Now experience the evolution of flavor. Sindicato Cigars, available in Ecuadorian shade-grown Corojo and San Andres Marron wrappers, are beautifully crafted by master blender Arsenio Ramos. Using a double-leaf binder and meticulously box-pressed, Sindicato Cigars provide the perfect draw to deliver the evolved flavors you won't soon forget. Visit SindicatoCigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Sindicato Cigars.
This is a La Aurora issued public service announcement. The iconic lion has gone rogue. Breaking out of the original Dominican cigar factory is Untamed by La Aurora. Undoubtedly, one of their strongest cigars proves that not only can their factory provide flavorful sticks, but powerful as well. Taking a fantastic Dominican Nicaraguan blend and wrapping it with an oily Connecticut broadleaf wrapper creates a wild ride of flavor from start to finish. Be aware, this animal is extremely aggressive and should be approached with caution.
Congratulations, champ, on winning your exhibition fight. What are you going to do to celebrate?
I'm going to smoke one of these amazing Leaf by Oscar cigars.
You mean Leaf by Oscar?
That's what I said, Leaf by Oscar.
It's called Leaf by Oscar, and yes, they are amazing cigars.
See, now you're making me mad. I just want to enjoy my Leaf by Oscar cigar, but you're making fun of me.
It's called Leaf by Oscar.
That's 2 knockouts. Now I get to smoke 2 Leaf by Oscar cigars.
That's Leaf by Oscar.
Hi, this is Rocky Patel, and I'd like to invite you to try one of our decade cigars. This premier cigar received a 95 rating from Cigar Aficionado, one of the highest ratings ever afforded by that magazine. It's a beautiful Ecuadorian Sumatra wrapper with fillers from Nicaragua and Honduras. This cigar is medium to full-bodied, rich, complex, yet elegant and well-balanced. I promise you, you're going to love the decade. Try it.
To affinity and beyond. That is where Affinity Cigars will take you. These mild to medium cigars use only the finest select high-grade Ecuadorian Connecticut tobacco, creating a cigar that delivers a smooth, rich, creamy smoke with the gentleness of a mother's touch. Affinity Cigars have become America's go-to cigar for that flavorful yet unintimidating smoking experience. Visit SindicatoCigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer.
Zycar, the world leader in cigar accessories, has done it again. One of their best lighters is now even better. The popular Enigma Double Jet Flame lighter is now the new Enigma 2. Complete with a new clean design, this lighter was re-engineered for dependability and performance. It feels more ergonomic in your hand, and new internal components give it the horsepower you need. Like everything Zycar, this comes with the incredible lifetime warranty. Zycar for life.
When a child is diagnosed with cancer, their life and their family's life changes dramatically. Chemotherapy treatments, doctor visits, and trips to the hospital soon consume their time. The programs and services provided by the Kids Cancer Foundation make it possible for the foundation to meet the needs of our young patients and families. We could not provide these resources without your support. For more information and to find out how you can make a difference in the life of a child battling cancer, call 561-333-8116 or visit kidscancersf.org.
Sponsored by CLE Cigars.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Nice.
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio. We are here on the light side of the moon in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, broadcasting live. I'm Adam K. the Brewmeister. With me, of course, Honest Abe.
We're only going to get a partial eclipse here.
Yeah.
You won't get all of it. Like 80%.
If I had the time, I would totally drive to South Carolina and see it. Like, I would literally drive all night just to go see that, and why not?
We could road trip.
Let's do it.
I'm not here.
What the heck?
I'm in Nicaragua. I'd have to go a little further.
Just a little bit.
Okay, can you get a good view in Nicaragua?
No, worse.
Oh, damn.
You just
I don't want to go.
We got to move.
Let me give
I
you
know.
a
I don't know.
hint.
No.
Let me give
Don't
you a
even
hint.
go
South
there.
Carolina's up here. Nicaragua's below. So, I mean, the view's going to get worse.
Point taken. Again, snow. It always snows
But
up north.
for those of you in South Florida, it starts at about 1:20, and I think about 3:50 you'll see the full, as much coverage as you're going to
They're
get.
taking all the kids inside. I've gotten like a
2:30.
million messages from the schools saying that they're going to not let the kids do any outdoor activities from like 1:30 to 4:30.
What?
Yep.
Really?
I swear.
Well, aren't they supposed to go? Back in the day when we were kids,
No,
we
you'll
made these
ruin your eyeballs.
Yeah, you make them
you
with a
make your little
shoebox.
cereal box or
I
shoebox.
think
Yeah,
so, but
we
no,
did.
don't you know that you can't do anything like that now? You risk making somebody angry, and then
Unreal.
they'll probably stop making shoe boxes because somebody used
Right,
it to
yeah,
see
right.
that and ruin
A
their
kid got
eyeballs.
blind using a shoebox.
Right, so we can't
He's
make
suing
those
Nike.
anymore.
Yeah.
I got a paper cut on the shoebox. The world is ending.
That is it.
Speaking of
Sue
paper
you
cuts,
now. Oh, cuts.
I'm cueing you. You know
Oh,
the
you're
story.
cueing me.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
sorry.
Yes,
You're the one who wanted to bring
please.
it
And
up.
you're over there drinking coffee. I just laid you up perfectly.
Oh, thank you. Well, you
He
know,
drank
you're-
last night. Come on.
He's off.
First time in like
He's
one
off.
drink, I'm down.
months.
He's pressure. He feels my presence back.
Yeah, that's it.
The iron grip of age
so,
is back.
So we heard that, Oscar, that you had a little bit of an accident, like almost
A paper
right
cut.
before.
Yeah, please.
Right
Oh my
before
God.
the IPCPR show this year.
Oh
Can
my
you tell
gosh,
us
that was
about
this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like 2 months ago.
What were you doing? What were you doing?
Who telling you?
This guy back here.
Yeah.
Tall
We
guy
call
in
him
there.
the mouth of the South, Jeffrey Gruber.
Jeff's here.
The guy who sent me a disgusting photo. Thanks.
Oh. Did he send it to you?
Jeff.
Yeah.
Let me see it. I couldn't see it from the window from far.
Oh, you don't
Take
no,
note of all
really.
the stitches in there.
So go ahead, tell us about this.
All right, please.
I have a.
Oh, that's not that disgusting. That's a stitched up hand. I thought he had a picture of the hand open.
no, but isn't it like bloody and all that? Like,
Yeah, it's like I could put kid. That's not that disgusting.
Hold it up for the camera.
The way you guys were squirmish and screaming, I thought it was like an awful picture. This is post stitches. Come on.
Either way, ew.
Watching Game of Thrones is more disgusting than that.
Ugh.
Yeah. So tell me.
I don't watch
this
Game
is-
of Thrones
this is,
again.
This is a picture of a cut that basically goes from your
Yeah,
index
like-
finger
Uh-huh.
down to the lower palm of your hand.
Yes.
To your wrist even. No. Yeah, almost to your wrist, yeah.
Yeah. No, the problem is I have a coffee plantation in Honduras.
So you do coffee too?
No, but I don't have a brand of coffee. I selling for big warehouses, and the warehouses roasting and
Okay,
selling.
so you're just sitting raw beans and they're processing the beans. Got it.
Exactly.
Is
Yeah.
that profitable? Yeah, good.
Yeah,
Good business. How long you been doing that?
I have was like 2 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
busy guy.
We need to get some farmland.
Really?
I know.
So what happened is every Sunday I visit, the farms, walking right there and see what's going on. So one Sunday I visit the farm, and I working for a couple guys, check it out. It's very at the top in the mountains, It's like 1,400 meters the elevation.
Which is the best place to grow the best Arabica
Yeah.
beans. Absolutely.
Yeah, so I walk in.
Is it hard to breathe?
Yes. So I walk in, man, and it start raining.
Oh.
And I walk almost like 2 acres right here.
Straight uphill.
Yeah. So I slide, I need something for, try the walk.
Okay.
And I tell the guy, give me the machete. So he give me the machete, and I pull right here, start walking. I pull one more time, and I slide. So it's
Your
like
hand slipped down the blade.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I have a little bit cold, I feeling a little bit cold, but
Wow.
what happened is I have a guy working with me, I say, hey, bring the car. So the hospital more close is like 3 hours.
Oh my God.
Really?
Yeah, and if I go to the
Veterinarian.
public, clinic,
Yes.
so it's like 45 minutes. So I say, okay, pick it up the car. So it's going faster, when he going down, but
Right.
it's a little bit heavy. So when he tried to pick it up the car, every 5 minutes, he's like, he can't read, It's like really, really tired. So
Going down the mountain to get to the car.
yeah. So he bring the car like 30 minutes later, and I go, go to the clinic. So
So meanwhile, for 30 minutes and the 45-minute ride, you're bleeding
Yeah.
to an immense wound in your hand.
I covered, the hand. I'm going like that. When I go to the clinic, It's check it out the sign. So it's no sign in the clinic. So it's a house.
Nice.
Used for clinic.
Makes you feel real good.
Yeah. So
holy cow.
So I go in there and like I'm going faster and I open the door. So the doctor is with another people right there. He's looking to me and say, "What are you doing?" I say, "I have emergency." You say, "Everybody have emergency here." So it's 3 guys in front of you. So put in the line. I say, "Doctor, but this is open." He say, "Yeah, but everybody here is coming here because have emergency. So put in the line." So I stay in the line, wait. And
with a bloody stump of a
like 25 minutes, something like that. So
that's not bad. That's after a 30-minute wait for the car.
Yeah,
and a 45-minute drive.
So it's a table. So he come in and open my hand like that. For check it out if I can move the fingers and all the stuff. So he say, "Yeah, you can move the fingers. Like clean."
Didn't cut any nerves.
So
how many stitches total?
So he come in and say, "I want to put anesthesia, and start put the stitches, 15 inside, 20 upside." The fun part is he put anesthesia, the 15 is okay, but the another 20, I have sleep only this part of the hand. So this is
you can feel it.
I can feel it. So he put one. The other is like, I can feel it, So he say, "Okay, let me sending a note for the nursery, bring more anesthesia."
Yeah,
anesthesia.
Yeah, and the nursery says no more. So
oh my God! That's exactly what I'm thinking.
So halfway through a stitching job, they run an anesthetic.
Oh my God!
Wow.
So I know it's 20 because I can feel it one by one.
Wow,
So,
that's a real man. I would have cried and said, "Stop."
So you're at the trade show and your hands all bandaged up.
Yep.
Wow. All of them still work.
Yeah, everything work, and I can feel it.
Good for you.
No dull spots, nothing in there, nothing like in the palms, no torn out sweat glands or anything.
Everything great.
Oh, fantastic! That is a fantastic.
I feel a little lightheaded.
Yeah, that's a heck of a story. So before we have to hit the break, Oscar, you obviously have started this company in 2012, and obviously that puts you well behind the predicate date, or sorry, ahead of the predicate date technically. How do you see with future FDA regulations looming, and what do you look to next as we try to move down this venture?
You're talking about FDA?
Yes.
Okay. Honest to you, I have a lawyer working on that. I put the all warrants and all the stuff.
Right.
So I try. There are lawyers in charge of that. I pay for that. People. I know it's coming a lot of regulations, but I am in the cigar business. I know selling clothes. I know selling food. Whatever happens, I want to stay there. So, just working on that. Yeah, I know it's coming very, very hard, but actually I selling cigars in other countries too. So I selling cigars in 25 countries.
Oh wow!
Wow.
Germany, Sweden, a lot of different countries right now, and it's going very well, very well. Yeah, last year I am nominated in Germany for the best Honduran cigar. This year I have nomination too for the best Honduran cigar in Germany with the Oscar Habano. So I try to open new markets, and working.
Fantastic.
Very nice.
Absolutely. Well, Oscar Valladares, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for being here. Give us insight into your brands and the creation of this company and, well, your horrific story on a coffee hill.
Thank you for the invitation.
Absolutely. It's an absolute pleasure. This is KMA Talk Radio. We are broadcasting live. Make sure you check out the KMA Talk Radio Facebook page for all the latest news and information. When we come back, we're going to talk to Cigar Coop, and Jim Colucci of Sindicato Cigars is here. We will be chatting with him. We will see what all of the great stuff that is going on. We'll be back. Keep it lit.
Do you love delicious beer? Do you love delicious cigars? Well, we have the perfect cigar for you. The Quesada Keg, a savory Nicaraguan cigar draped in a beautiful Pennsylvania broadleaf wrapper and packed in wooden barrels. The Quesada Keg was blended to pair with the traditional Irish stouts we all love to enjoy on St. Patrick's Day. Available in 3 tasty sizes. The Quesada Keg is available for a limited time only, so grab one today before they sell out. The Quesada Keg, the perfect cigar to pair with beer.
The all-new Scores Palm Beach. Come be a part of the world-famous Gentlemen's Club's new look. A new year brings a new addition to South Florida. Scores Palm Beach, offering a free lunch buffet Monday through Thursday with $5 prime rib on Friday. 2-for-1 drinks till 7 p.m. Scores Palm Beach. VIP seating and second-floor skybox suites. Full liquor, full nude until 5 a.m. 3174 Lake Worth Road, just west of Congress on Lake Worth Road. For more info, call 649-2000 or at scorespalmbeach.com.
WSWN Belgrade, the new 900 AM, the talk of the Palm Beaches, and online at 900thetalk.com.
CBS News, I'm Steve Kaif. Cops in the line of fire. 1 police officer is dead, another injured in Kissimmee, Florida, 2 others wounded in Jacksonville, and 2 south of Pittsburgh in western Pennsylvania, all in shootings. In Kissimmee, Police Chief Jeff Odell says the officers were caught in what may have been an ambush as they investigated in a neighborhood known for drugs.
We don't get to stop for a minute and cry for somebody that we've lost or mourn a hero at the time that we're going through it. The men and women of law enforcement are required to continue working and bring this individual to justice.
A suspect there is in custody and faces murder charges. In Boston, what's billed as a free speech rally is due to get underway in an hour. It could pit rival groups against each other, even though organizers have tried to separate themselves from white supremacists and neo-Nazis. Mayor Marty Walsh.
They've agreed to specific rules for a rally on Boston Common. If anything gets out of hand, we will shut it down.
What's old is new again for ousted White House strategist Steve Bannon. He's back at Breitbart News after losing his West Wing job. CBS News political director Steve Cigars says Bannon will look to remain a force.
How does Bannon use his influence now? Is he going to still talk to the president? The president called him a friend the other day when asked about Bannon. Yeah. But he now has a megaphone. That is looked at by conservatives and the white working class voters that voted for Trump. Does Bannon use that as a cudgel against the president? Or is he going to just go after the people he doesn't like in the White House?
Breaking with tradition, President Trump and his wife won't participate in this year's Kennedy Center honors. The White House says it will let the honorees celebrate without political distraction. Political scientist Larry Sabato.
It has not happened before, and it really is revealing of the current nature of American politics and the atmosphere created not just by the Charlottesville events, but by President Trump.
One honoree, Norman Lear, had said he was going to boycott the event if Mr. Trump attended. Without giving details, President Trump said on Twitter this morning many decisions about Afghanistan were made yesterday at his Camp David meeting with Defense Secretary Mattis. In Spain, there's a manhunt 2 days after terrorists killed 14 people in 2 attacks. CBS's Jane Ferguson with details.
They've named one man in particular they're looking for, Yunus Abu Yaqub. He's a Moroccan-born young man. It is possible that he was the driver here where I'm standing in Barcelona, where that attack took place in this city, and the police are hunting him down.
If film director Roman Polanski wants the criminal case against him dropped, he'll have to appear in an L.A. courtroom. That's the ruling from a judge who denied a plea from Polanski's victim to dismiss it. She was 13 when Polanski had unlawful sex with her decades ago. This is CBS News.
What makes one business rise above? Why do some grow while others simply maintain? Time after time, consistently successful businesses work smart. And when smart businesses need to hire, they do it on the job site that is the proven leader, Indeed.com. According to an independent study, Indeed delivers 5 times more hires than any other job site. More hires than the rest combined. Businesses that work smart choose partners that have proven track records. It's no wonder that 3 million businesses choose Indeed. To make it even better, right now we're giving new users a $50 credit to post a sponsored job, boosting your listing in relevant search results and helping you find qualified candidates faster. Claim your $50 credit at Indeed.com/credit. That's Indeed.com/credit. Indeed, the world's #1 job site for smart companies like yours. Terms, conditions, and quality standards apply.
North Georgia is one of the places to be for a look at Monday's total eclipse of the sun.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime thing. You're foolish if you don't do it.
Susan Adamczyk traveled here from Fort Myers to see the eclipse.
I thought about this at the first of the year, and this was my plan, and it's worked out. So I'm very, very happy about it.
She says she's got everything she needs for the big day.
My glasses, my T-shirts, and my bottle of wine. So I'm all set.
Sandra Parrish for CBS News, Blue Ridge, Georgia.
And people using special glasses to view the eclipse are being told to check that they're approved by the International Organization of Standardization. If not, they might not properly filter the rays of the sun. John McCain's daughter says the ailing Arizona senator completed his first round of chemotherapy and radiation. The 80-year-old Republican has brain cancer. Daughter Megan tells Fox News it's a small win as the fight goes on. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Not available in all states. Hey, Tracy, heard you started your own business.
Hey, James. Yep, started my own Reese and Irvy's frozen yogurt vending franchise. It's the latest revolution in healthy frozen yogurt. My robots...
Wait, your robots?
Yep, robots. Each one of my Froyo robots delivers 7 flavors of delicious and healthy frozen yogurt to customers within 60 seconds. I have robots at high-traffic locations like malls and theaters. It was the easiest business decision I've ever made.
And this is a franchise?
Absolutely. Reese and Irvy's provided all the tools necessary to start. Access to premium product, local technical support, franchise coaching. They secured me these amazing locations. Now my robots do all the work for me, allowing me more time for myself.
And the robots do the work?
Yep, they work so I don't have to. Each robot only takes 2 to 3 hours of maintenance a week, and part-time packages are available, which opens this opportunity up to everyone.
How can I get my own robots?
It's easy. Simply go to froyofranchising.com, enter promo code 8383, and submit your information. That's froyofranchising.com, promo code 8383.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too!
Yes, it's mandatory.
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio, broadcasting live in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. I am Adam K., the Brewmeister, and sometimes you got to be blinded by the light.
Oh, it's pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
It's pretty good, actually. It's funny.
Yeah, way to go, Colin. Nice
Yeah,
job.
Colin, that was lovely.
The creativity level was very up there.
Golf clap.
It must be the new haircut.
Golf clap.
It must be the new haircut. It's got him inspired. Greatly done by one of our big sponsors, Real Clips Barbershops.
He actually texted me from the barbershop, and he's like, "This is cool, man," with
Real
all the
clips?
pictures. Yeah.
Is it not the coolest place ever? Oh my gosh. I went there as well, and oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, look, especially because 90% of the times when you go get a haircut, there's nothing to do.
There's nothing to do.
And I don't want to really talk to the barber.
No.
But, each mirror has its own video monitor, and they're playing
And they have
movie
like
clips.
movie seats like in the back, like legit movie seats and a
the
popcorn
waiting area is
machine.
like a little mini
and,
movie theater, home theater.
and then the signs. I love the signs. They look
You
like
like that?
movie signs. It's so cool.
Yeah, good barbershop.
Yeah.
With me, of course, Honest Dave, back from assignment.
Yes.
And the evocative erotica Erica.
Wow.
We always go with the
evocative
erotica seems to
Erotica?
stay.
I was trying to find a
exquisite.
rhyming word in there.
We need an E.
We're struggling.
We're trying,
We're struggling
I
with
know.
Erica. We're struggling.
Evangelical Erica.
No.
No.
Not at all.
Boo. Boo.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
Perfect.
Oh man.
Here we go. Paul, start a Facebook post.
Yes.
For a contest. Okay. If anybody comes up with a good name that we will use, we will send them a box of Particulari cigars, courtesy of Sindicato Cigars. Right.
Look
next
at
to
that. You're a
donation.
Thank you.
and Paul, make sure you tag it. It's the Sindicato Cigars contest.
Yes.
If anybody comes up with a good nickname or intro name for Erica, we will send them a box of actually one of my favorite cigars, Particularis. If we pick the name. How's that?
I think it's great.
All right. Might
Okay.
as well get like
We might, yes.
50 or 60 people
Let's get
working
some,
on it
yes.
than these two lame brains over here.
They're probably,
Understood.
They're probably far more creative than I.
Well, that being said,
let's see this week. What's the scoop?
Hey, yo, what's my theme music?
The Scoop with Coop. Breaking industry news. Hear it first on KMA Talk Radio and cigar-coop.com.
Joining us from the hills of North Carolina, where you can see the eclipse perfectly. Cigar Coop himself, William Cooper.
Or it's not really far south.
Coop, what's happening?
Hey, good morning. Good morning, Adam, Abe, and Erica.
Good morning.
How are you, Coop?
I'm doing really good. You know, my family, my wife and my 2 youngest boys are actually going to South Carolina to see this eclipse on Monday.
Aww.
Wow.
I'm not going. I'm not going blind. I told them.
I'm not going blind. You can't buy glasses for them now. You know that?
I have news for you.
Yes. I know. And my wife, she's a real saint. She had some extras, and there were people looking for them, and she's not selling them. She gave them away.
Oh, I would be like $150 a pair.
That's how much they're selling them for online.
Really? Oh, we have a
Yes.
couple of the NASA ones that we got from the library. I should sell them.
You should bring me a pair. Is what you should do.
You know you will see it on video.
Oh, yay. It's exactly the same. I can look at the one from before if I just want to see it on video. That's not at all. No. I can see Elvis on video, too. Just saying. I mean, is it the same as seeing him in person?
But the camera adds 15 pounds on it. Come on, that was pretty good. That was good.
That was pretty
So
good.
great.
That was good.
Yeah. Anyway, Coop, what's the latest and what's happening in the news this week?
So there was actually a big story that developed yesterday. A couple big stories from yesterday. First one is the Department of Justice under the Trump administration has ended Operation Choke Point.
Yeah.
Big news.
Woo!
Yeah.
I actually made a post on this morning for our listeners who don't know what it is. Basically, Operation Choke Point was basically about as illegal operation as you can get, where the federal government was basically threatening American banks and providing them lists of the type of businesses that they didn't want banks to deal with, basically making banks become
Close the accounts, right?
Basically, like setting moral judgments on what business is a right business and wrong business. So, tobacco industry or anybody who dealt with tobacco was heavily targeted, and me myself personally, I think you got.
How did they get away with that?
The government.
I know,
this was a 100% Obama pushed project, Operation Choke Point, and after being with PNC Bank for 15 years, I had 6 or 7 accounts at the time. I got a letter in the mail that said in 30 days I had to close all my accounts, personal and business.
What?
And when I went to go into the bank and close the accounts, and I walked in and said, I'm here to close my accounts, and the lady got up, and all of a sudden the branch manager came and said, hey, Mr. Babineau, I'm sorry to hear that you want to close your accounts. Did we do anything wrong? This is what the branch manager tells me.
Oh, my God.
I said, I don't know. You tell me. You sent me the letter. They had no idea at the local branches or anything. It was all done corporately, and we really had to close all my accounts. I had 30 days to close all my accounts, change my merchant processing where it went, all because of this Operation Choke Point. Our good friend Jeff from Corona, same thing. It happened to Jim. It happened to a lot of people in the industry. So, yeah, I saw the post last night that they shut it down finally.
It was only certain banks. It wasn't every bank.
Right. We went to another bank
Yeah,
that
but
didn't
still,
follow
as a
those guidelines.
business, that is like, I mean, as a personal account, how much trouble that would cause.
What was interesting, and Coop, you can correct me if I'm wrong, basically the banks threatened them with audits and stuff like that if they did business with additional audits and stuff, if they did business with these type of companies. I think currency exchanges or those check advance pay places were on that list too, and there was a couple other businesses, but tobacco was big.
Wow.
Right. And if you think, again, not to get political, but this is a result of a change of administration, because
100%.
This is all I can say. This is how big a presidential election, how important it is.
And it's really funny because I don't want to get political because I'll be honest with you, I can't say I can't say I haven't been a little bit disappointed in some of the things that Trump says or does, because some of the stuff that comes out of his mouth, I feel like he had a great opportunity to do something great, and if he just keep his mouth shut sometimes, because what he says, I just can't believe it. But I think sometimes it takes a little crazy to get rid of a little crazy, because a lot of what our government does, and people don't realize, is just absolute absurdity. Because someone like you who's not in the loop is saying, "How could they do that?"
Right. Well, you don't know. It's so compartmentalized. Like if it doesn't affect you, you can't get.
But I got to tell you, I mean, whatever stupid stuff he says, the market's better than it's been in a long time. Real estate market's going up. Crazy stuff like this is getting shut down, which should have been shut down. So,
Yeah, on a personal note, I could tell you about the VA. From 1957 to 1987, people who were stationed in Camp Lejeune were drinking polluted water.
Nuh-uh.
Oh, yeah.
In Alaska?
No.
No, Camp Lejeune.
Lejeune. Camp
Yeah,
Lejeune.
Aaron, I know.
So
it's because you just got back.
The government found out in 1987, shut down the water supply. All right. Our government waited till 2013, from 87, 2013, to inform everybody, beware, you may get kidney cancer, you may get breast cancer, mothers may have birth defects, the mothers that were living there. Right? Now, everybody obviously already drank the water.
Oh, my God.
So I called a friend of mine and I said, hey, I lost my kidney 3 months ago. You better get down and check it out. The VA. He goes, I lost mine 2 years ago.
Wow.
So we joined together. So he, different than me, went down to see the VA.
Mm-hmm.
And he sees the doctor in the VA. The VA hospital doctor says to him, what do you want us to do? He says, well, I got this letter saying I might have kidney cancer, but I already had it. He says, well, you get somebody to prove that you got it from drinking the water in Camp Lejeune, and we may do something about it. Okay? But now, on the good side, even though I'm not happy with President Trump on some things also, just so happens a couple of months ago we got letters. If you got kidney cancer when you were stationed in Camp Lejeune, you're entitled to money. So he said to the VA guy, hey, you got all these people who got infected with this water. They don't have to prove that they got it in Camp Lejeune. You're telling them they may have gotten it, and if they got it.
They got it. What is it,
So now we're entitled to some relief.
It's insane.
Well, I'm happy for that at least.
So it's all working out well. This is kind of run a little long. When we come back, we're going to finish it up more with Coop. When we come back, sorry, Coop. We're going to get back to all the FDA lawsuit and all the new cigars. Keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too!
Yes, it's mandatory.
Keeping Cuba's most coveted traditions for 3 generations, the legend continues with San Lotano. With signature blends by AJ Fernandez, available in a smooth and creamy Connecticut, a hearty, rich San Andreas box press, Maduro, and a robust, full-bodied Habano. AJ Fernandez continues the legacy with his new creation, the prestigious San Lotano Oval. Using ultra-premium aged tobacco that takes a whole new shape and balance, the San Lotano Oval is now available in both a Maduro and Habano wrapper. Visit your local tobacconist today and ask for San Lotano Cigars by AJ Fernandez.
Since their humble beginnings in 1998, Drew Estate has believed that the production floor is the crossroads between art and passion, and where the real magic takes place. Drew Estate Master Blender Willie Herrera has crafted a unique medium-bodied line extension that is creamy, lush, and ultra-smooth, and finished off with a flawless shade wrapper that delivers satisfaction in spades. Continuing the story from their factory floor, it is with great bravado that the Drew Estate presents Under Crown Shade, a true Drew experience.
Make your next bold journey an epic one. When it comes to cigars, only one brand delivers intense, unforgettable experiences: Camacho. In continuing this fearless tradition, Camacho brings you the newest addition to its arsenal of badass, the new Camacho BXP. Intense, box-pressed, and crafted with rugged American broadleaf fillers from Pennsylvania. Available in Connecticut, Corojo, and Ecuador. Outfit your next bold journey with the new Camacho BXP.
Sereno Royale Cigars, created at the La Corona Cigar Factory in Esteli, Nicaragua. Each artfully crafted blend comes to life under the watchful eye of master blender Omar Gonzalez Aleman and industry veteran Anthony Sereno. A combination of hand-selected tobaccos from the fertile soils of Esteli and Jalapa are aged for over 5 years and then draped with a luxurious wrapper leaf. A post-roll aging process of 2 additional years brings you an endlessly complex and balanced experience. Visit our website at serenocigars.com.
Lights, camera, action. Real Clips Barbershop brings you all that is good about old school barbershops in a new cinematic themed environment. Whether you need a traditional cut, fade, blowout, or even a straight razor hot towel shave, our master barbers will get you right. All while enjoying iconic scenes from some of your favorite movies, right from our video screens built into the mirrors. Visit realclipsbarbershop.com. That's real, R-E-E-L, clipsbarbershop.com for a location near you or to make an appointment. After one visit, we know you'll be back.
To affinity and beyond. That is where Affinity Cigars will take you. These mild to medium cigars use only the finest select high-grade Ecuadorian Connecticut tobacco, creating a cigar that delivers a smooth, rich, creamy smoke with the gentleness of a mother's touch. Affinity Cigars have become America's go-to cigar for that flavorful yet unintimidating smoking experience. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer.
When a child is diagnosed with cancer, their life and their family's life changes dramatically. Chemotherapy treatments, doctor visits, and trips to the hospital soon consume their time. The programs and services provided by the Kids Cancer Foundation make it possible for the foundation to meet the needs of our young patients and families. We could not provide these resources without your support. For more information and to find out how you can make a difference in the life of a child battling cancer, call 561-333-8116 or visit kidscancersf.org.
Sponsored by CLE Cigars.
I could barely remember, but my first time was on my boat. Winning! My first time was in the locker room at the gym after a grueling workout. My first time was on a cool, crisp morning right on the 18th hole. Everyone remembers the first time they had Hex. Hex cigars are the perfect balance of body and flavor that will have you reminiscing long after the embers have gone out. Visit SindicatoCigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer today, because you will always remember the first time you had Hex.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio, broadcasting live here in the heart of Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. I am Adam K. the Brewmeister. With me, of course, Honest Abe.
Hey.
And the artist formerly known as Erica.
Yes, we're going on. This is the show of tangents.
Sindicato promotion, Erica.
I'm going to have like an alter ego named Danny Kane, so we can go with that at some point.
So, Scoop, what's going on, buddy?
Coop. We are here in the middle of talking to Coop.
Sorry.
Coop, we got into the little bit of a sidetrack there on the Operation Choke Point. What else is in the news this week?
Yeah, that was an important story, but there's another story in regards to the FDA lawsuit. And yesterday, and this was kind of, I would say, not reported 100% correctly when it came out, but there was a motion by 6 health organizations to basically, with these led by tobacco-free kids, they wanted to basically be named as co-defendants on the lawsuit that the trade industry is filing against the FDA. So they want to basically stick their nose into it. So they filed a motion a couple of weeks ago. Yesterday, the court basically ruled to defer a final decision on that, which it was originally reported as it was denied, but that's not really the case. It's being deferred till September 4th. A lot of that has to do with some of the changes now going on in the FDA in regards to them reopening the regulations. The organizations are also concerned that basically that, the federal government may bargain away some things with that, but the court said, hey, there's no evidence of that yet. So we're not going to know anything probably till September if this is going to happen or not.
Got it. So, I mean, good to know, because the way it was first said that I got out, that basically the court said, no, you guys can't be a part of this, get out.
I don't know why they should be a part of it. If you're not being sued, you're not being sued.
But the problem is they feel, from their perspective, they feel that the FDA is not able to represent themselves well enough.
Well, if the FDA can't represent themselves well enough, then they shouldn't be regulating anything.
Exactly.
True?
Well
Seriously.
Well said.
Yeah,
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Everybody's a little whiny little...
He saved you the time.
I saved you the drop. I beeped myself.
Colin was ready to hit the button.
I saved you
He was so ready.
Always ready. So, Coop, what else we got?
There's a new TAA cigar now heading to retailers this week. It's the Alec Bradley Black Market Illicit, which is going to be it's going to be an ongoing TAA release. And the TAA, for folks who don't know, is the Tobacconist Association of America. It's about 80 retailers. They're some of the more premium ones.
I thought it was totally alcoholic all the time.
Yes.
That's the other name.
I thought it was totally alcoholic all the time.
Only insiders know it that way.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I heard at the convention.
So it's going to come out, and when's it hitting the market?
It should be hitting the retailers like in the next week.
Okay,
it's shipped already, from what Alex Bradley has said. It's a combination of Nicaraguan and Honduran tobaccos, 6x50 Toro, 22-count boxes, $8.75 per cigar.
And I heard there's also another Singularity coming out?
Yeah, in fact, D'Angelito at the trade show, he had a booth there, and he didn't show the cigar, he showed the packaging off of it. It's going to be, they're calling it the Singularity 2018, so they're kind of skipping 17, but it should be coming this fall. It's a 7.5x50 Vitola known as the Turin. And it's going to be an all Nicaraguan blend, highlighted by what Dion calls the Epernay wrapper, which is that Nicaraguan Corojo 99 wrapper, made at Tabsa, which great cigars coming out of there. So that should be heading into retailers this fall.
Fantastic. I definitely look forward to that. The Singularity is always a personal favorite. Coop, it's been an absolute pleasure, buddy. Thanks for getting us in on the news. What should people be looking out for on Cigar-Coop this week?
We're going to have, finally I'll have the full IPCPR recap this week in terms of my thoughts on the trade show. So that will be coming out by Monday.
Fantastic. I know I'm going to have to go to Cigar-Coop to read that on Monday when that comes out. Coop, have a good weekend, buddy.
Take care, everybody.
Bye, Coop.
That is Cigar. Make sure you check out cigar-coop.com for all the latest news and information you can shake a stick at.
There's actually a couple stories you couldn't get into, but if you go to our new KMA Talk Radio website, our new website, all the links for all the stories for today's episode will be up there, too.
Oh, yes, and they're fantastic. So before we had been here, we'd been talking to Jim Colucci of Sindicato Cigars. Jim, thanks for stopping by.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
Yeah, I know you got a busy schedule. You're running around like a crazy man.
Getting ready to head over to Nicaragua, too, right?
Tomorrow morning.
Heading
It's like everybody in the cigar business is just like travel.
Yeah, that's pretty much
What's your favorite thing about going to Nicaragua, Jim?
Nothing.
Actually, no, Abe,
Come
it's not
on.
true. I really
There has to be
enjoy
something.
going there, especially in Esteli. Obviously, I'm not a big fan of Managua, but Esteli, I like it. The climate is really nice. At night, it's nice and cool. You wouldn't believe that, but it's elevated, so it's nice and cool. The people are great. It's sort of like they know why everybody's there. The people in the factories are the best, all the factories. I mean, and all the workers are really meticulous in making sure they do a great job. I mean, I'm impressed with the quality of the work that comes out of Nicaragua. I think, personally, having been big in Dominican in my previous life, I really think Nicaragua is the place. I think it's definitely going to be number one in the world. Right now, in a tie.
My personal opinion is Nicaragua's making the best cigars in the world right now.
But it's also taste-wise.
Yeah.
Well, maybe just my palate. And speaking of, you guys have some interesting. You have one of my personal favorites in front of you.
I'd like to talk about this piece of art that he's got here in front of me, which you'll find very interesting. Because when we were in Canada, we stopped by a gas station or stopped to get a soda or anything. All the tobacco is in closed cabinets.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You can ask him, what do you have? The guy doesn't know. I don't know what you're looking for. He starts opening up drawers in cabinets because it's all sealed, cannot be viewed by the public.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. So, and this is how stuff starts, and this is what I'm sure the long-term plans are of the FDA in this country. But I'm looking at these I'm going to guess are new box art that you have for your Affinity cigar brand, right?
Minus the warning because
which is I'm going to assume is the green area.
Right.
Okay. So I'm going to put a picture of this on our Facebook Live. The green area here would be
represents the 30% of the top
of the box. It has to be a federal government warning.
Right.
Rotating between 7 different warnings.
Yeah. That's not the problem.
The point is you're basically taking almost 50% of your cover.
Yeah.
Your sellable
and packaging
promoting
is like a
of
big
packaging.
thing.
Yeah. And I mean, you imagine if Nike shoes or any of these shoes had to have a big warning label, on 50% of the
warning running.
Yeah, side of the shoe.
Running might break your ankle.
Yeah.
Your ankle.
Or
Plantar
these plastics, which they do, can cause cancer.
Yes.
Yeah. The plastics are probably more dangerous than anything else.
Yeah, but
by the way,
you have to find it interesting that liquor, wine, you can't even read.
No, you
the
can't.
Right. It's
I never even knew they had a warning.
Yeah, it's there.
I really never knew.
It's
like
about the size
women.
of on the cigarette box. The warning
the
that
little
they put on the
side
cigarette
thing.
box.
Yes.
That's how big it is on a bottle of liquor.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
let me ask you a question.
It doesn't have to be highlighted in white.
But
No.
Right, yeah.
It doesn't have to be
It
highlighted
has to
white,
be
but-
there.
But let me ask something else. Now, cigarettes don't have 30% coverage. Is it
Oh,
changing
no,
for
not
cigarettes?
yet. Not
They're
yet.
going to have
So
to,
cigarettes
right?
are getting away with it
Oh,
still.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mind-boggling. That just shows you how money dictates legislation in this country. Because I can't remember how long ago, Jim, it's got to be at least 10 years ago, where they banned all flavors of cigarettes. We used to sell a lot of cherry, a lot of vanilla-flavored cigarettes. They banned every flavor of cigarette
except
menthol.
Yeah, but do you realize?
Because the people that were lobbying for that change were
Wanted
Philip
menthol.
Morris and
Yes,
R.J.
the
Reynolds.
big guy. They didn't
and
have
of course,
any.
they don't want menthol banned. They sell tons of menthol. But that's why, if you look nowadays, it's just so subtle. But they don't call them menthol anymore. They don't call them lights anymore. It's silver or blue or whatever.
Golds and all that.
Yeah. Well, listen.
Well, hold that thought. I know this is going to be a great statement, but unfortunately I'm up against the break. So we have to go. We have more with Jim Colucci when we get back, and we will see this week who belongs in a cigar insane asylum. Keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too!
Yes, it's mandatory.
Since the dawn of time, the universe has been constantly evolving. Now experience the evolution of flavor. Sindicato Cigars, available in Ecuadorian shade-grown Corojo and San Andres Marron wrappers, are beautifully crafted by master blender Arsenio Ramos. Using a double-leaf binder and meticulously box-pressed, Sindicato Cigars provide the perfect draw to deliver the evolved flavors you won't soon forget. Visit SindicatoCigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Sindicato Cigars.
Named after the most interesting man in the cigar world, the Nestor Miranda Special Selection is carefully made in Esteli, Nicaragua, using only the finest Nicaraguan Habano wrapper. The cigar is oily to the touch and is second to none in construction. Available in both a dark, spicy, sweet Oscuro wrapper and a bold, full-bodied Rosado wrapper. For the tobacconist nearest you offering Nestor Miranda cigars, visit MiamiCigarAndCompany.com.
Cigar enthusiasts, did you know your personal freedom to enjoy a fine cigar is affected by some form of smoking ban in all 50 states? Additionally, taxation on premium cigars is at its highest level in history, with some states taxing at an astronomical rate of 75%. Finally, there's a solution. CRA, Cigar Rights of America, is the first and only non-profit public advocacy association fighting for your freedom to enjoy a fine cigar. Don't just sit there. Become part of the solution. Become a CRA member today. Membership is only $35 a year. That's less than $3 a month. And as a special bonus, CRA will send you 2 limited edition cigars as a way to say thank you for joining. Visit cigarrights.org for more information and to become a member.
The Oliva family, makers of some of the most affordable yet highest rated premium cigars available. For 7 straight years, Cigar Aficionado has rated Oliva as one of the best cigars, and in 2014, the Serie V Melanio Figurado was crowned as #1 cigar in the world. The Serie V Melanio is known for its rich, big notes of leather framed by a range of coffee, caramel, and woody intonations. So, always ask for Oliva, an unbeatable value and uncompromising quality.
I could barely remember, but my first time was on my boat. Winning! My first time was in the locker room at the gym after a grueling workout. My first time was on a cool, crisp morning right on the 18th hole. Everyone remembers the first time they had Hex. Hex cigars are the perfect balance of body and flavor that will have you reminiscing long after the embers have gone out. Visit SindicatoCigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer today, because you will always remember the first time you had Hex.
Monitor 3 humidors at once from one simple device. Caring for your cigars is easy with the new PuroTemp wireless hygrometer from Zycar. You now have the ability to monitor the humidity and temperature in 3 humidors without even having to open them. Ensure protection by setting simple alerts that will warn you when your cigars are not in the optimal environment. Like everything Zycar, this is backed by their lifetime warranty. Stop by your local tobacconist to purchase yours today. Zycar, for life.
To affinity and beyond. That is where Affinity Cigars will take you. These mild to medium cigars use only the finest select high-grade Ecuadorian Connecticut tobacco, creating a cigar that delivers a smooth, rich, creamy smoke with the gentleness of a mother's touch. Affinity Cigars have become America's go-to cigar for that flavorful yet unintimidating smoking experience. Visit SindicatoCigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too!
Yes, it's mandatory.
Oh, welcome back to KMA Talk Radio, broadcasting live here in Palm Beach Garden Sport. I am Adam K., the Brewmeister. With me, of course, Honest Abe.
Good after morning.
Good after morning.
Yeah.
Good almost afternoon.
It's after morning. It's a real word. It's after morning.
They're two separate words, right?
It's not noon yet, so I can't say afternoon.
But it would be after morning would be
11:30 is not really morning.
Don't
it's
start
after
that
morning.
again.
Which, for those of you keeping track at home, it's afternoon when it is afternoon. Yes. With them, of course, the lovely Erica. Hi.
Hi. How's it going?
Any good suggestions on the Facebook
Nothing
contest
yet.
No,
I'm
nobody really.
disappointed in
Wow.
them.
No creativity.
I actually didn't do the official post yet.
Oh, okay.
Get on it, man.
There has to be an official post, yes.
Yeah, buy some free box of cigars. Good ones, too.
Yes.
I know.
Brought to you in part by
Particulares, right?
Sindicato's Jim Colucci. Jim, thanks for volunteering a box of Particulares.
That I just learned they aged
Anything
for,
better.
12 to 15 weeks, and they won't let them go until that's done. Right?
Right. Before they'll ship them out of Nicaragua to us.
Right.
Cool.
Quality control.
So,
before we went to break,
Yes.
you were about to say something.
Well, we were talking about the FDA and
Yes.
stuff like that, and I was going to say it was in Altria's best interest when they were the Philip Morris. For people who don't know, it's Altria, but Philip Morris wanted the FDA. The other cigarette companies were actually against it. Philip Morris wanted it because the FDA, as soon as it took over, banned advertising and everything else and a lot of media, which helped them basically freeze their share of market.
Yeah.
Right.
So they
it's
had,
hard for a new guy to get in. Nobody
Can't
can find out about
advertise.
you.
you got 60% share of the market, you lock in, and then it also was very prohibitive on the little guy who was starting to eat a little of their lunch with the low-cost cigarettes because they now had to come up with all this FDA factory stuff, and which costly, and some of these guys couldn't afford it. So it's always the big guys trying to squeeze the little guy.
Yeah, but, here the government's supposed to be protecting all of us.
Should be.
And they're not. They're just acting in the best interest of whoever wants to line their pockets the most.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
of course, is what people in this country don't understand. I don't care whether you're Democrat, Republican, liberal, or whatever it is.
Liberal.
But, yeah.
New word.
Or ludicrous, whichever it is.
That's only in a Tesla.
This is what politicians and government do.
Yep.
Anybody who really thinks it they're out there. Because I'll be honest with you, because when you do get that guy who miraculously is for the people and wants to do good, he never gets elected.
No.
Listen, why would a guy spend $3, $4, $5 million to run for a $174,000 job?
And a thankless job to boot.
No, it's because all the extra stuff they
Of
get.
course.
I mean, how did that kind of salary? A lot of them have homes that the taxes on their homes are more than their salary.
Yep, absolutely.
I mean, I don't know how they do it. I have a hard time.
Agreed.
Now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about some cigars.
Okay.
All right. Since you've last been on the show, I believe that you've now released Affinity and a Maduro.
Yes,
Has that hit the market yet?
No, it
It has
hasn't.
not.
No, but we showed it. It was at the IPCPR show. It was very well received. It's really a great cigar.
Now, Affinity is a very strong Connecticut wrapped brand that you guys have been distributing and selling now for a few years. So, what made you decide let's do it in Maduro?
Well,
for me, that's always kind of a contrast. When you have something that's.
I'm probably doing the thing I was always told not to do, make a cigar for yourself. But I like Maduro.
Right.
Okay. And I think there are a lot of people who like Maduro, and this is a little different than our Sindicato Maduro, which is a Mexican Marron
right.
Okay. This one is a Connecticut broadleaf. I'm a big fan of Connecticut broadleaf. I've always been. I think that when you see this, you've seen it. This cigar really is great looking. I mean, the way the people at Noxa have worked on the Connecticut broadleaf. I couldn't believe how dark they made it, and it's beautiful. It looks almost. I thought it was a Mexican Marron when I went down to the factory and saw it. I said, whoa. This was supposed to be Connecticut broadleaf. And they said, no, it is Connecticut broadleaf. I said, wow, how did you do this? They said, we have a process. That's all. And it's not what I hate. It's not molasses. So if anybody's out thinking
they're not coloring it.
They're not coloring it. This is a process. They showed me how they did it. I'm not going to tell, but some people are also doing it. But it's beautiful. It almost looks as dark as that.
Wow.
All right.
Well, the Affinity has been known to be a very smooth, creamy, a mild cigar with flavor.
Okay.
Is the Maduro version going to be the same?
No. Basically, you want to step up. A lot of people.
So it's going to be more fuller bodied.
It's funny, and Adam, you probably know this. A lot of people always say, "Oh, I don't want to smoke a Maduro; it's too strong." and a lot of Maduros are not really strong.
No.
So this one will live up to the reputation, or that must be a lot stronger than the Affinity, and it is. And I think the consumers I've sampled it with, they all like it. They thought it was really spicy and very tasteful. And I think it's more of a medium to 3/4. It's not knock your socks off, because if I can't smoke it, I don't really want to make it.
Well, there's that.
That's a lot of manufacturers.
A lot of people say that.
Steve
You
Saka
just said, though, that they say don't do that.
Steve Saka used to always, I used to hear him say all the time, well, of course I think my cigars are great. Of course Rocky thinks his cigars are great, because we're making them to our taste profiles. Was there anything new you showed else at the trade show this year?
Well, we came out with 2 new sizes of Particularities, because last year when we came out with the Particularities brand, we only came out with 4 sizes. We came out with one of my all-time favorites when I first got in this business, before you were born, probably, in 1974. I love Lonsdale's, which was basically a 6 1/4-inch cigar, but in a Corona size shape, 48 or 46. Back then, in those days, it was really 42, but things have changed.
Nobody keeps to what the things are.
Yeah, no.
Come on. 5.5 by 54 Robustos.
Right. So last year we introduced a Lonsdale, and we introduced a Toro, a Churchill, and a Grand. Sizing I'm giving you.
Right.
The names are different,
Sure.
obviously, but Churchill size and a 60 by 6. So this year I basically filled in what people said we were lacking. People said we needed a Robusto. So we have a 52 by 5 Robusto. And we actually call it Robusto. I ran out of names. And we came out with a Corona, because people who liked the size of the Lonsdale still wanted that shorter cigar.
Sure.
So we came out with the normal 48 by 5.5-inch Corona.
The Sindicato line, which came out late last year, yes? It really has a great story behind it. It's an old Cuban brand, yes?
Sindicato or
Particularities. That's Sindicato, sorry.
Yeah,
I was a little confused where you're going.
I'm still on time
I know
change.
you're still in Alaska.
I'm still on Alaska time.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm sitting here holding it and looking at it, and I'm saying the wrong name.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, the Particularities brand, it's got a great story behind it.
Well, yeah, the story behind Particularities is that in the 1800s it came out, and in 1934.
Where were you then?
No, I wasn't born then. Actually, I wasn't even born when Benji Menendez's father, Alonzo Menendez, bought the Particularities factory in 1934.
Wow.
Okay, so in 1934...
So Benji Menendez's family is known for the Partagas brand, yes?
No. Benji's father created Monte Cristo.
Okay.
And when Benji and I were talking, because Benji and I are really, good friends and still talk a lot, even though he's retired, and but he still loves this industry. Benji and I started talking. I told Benji I found this brand, Particularities, that was available to sell and distribute. And I said, I looked into the history of the brand, and I said, Benji, I noticed this was your father's first factory. Your father bought Particularities in 1934. He says, that's correct, Jim. My father's first factory he bought the Particularities factory. And I said, isn't this the factory that after he bought it, he noticed that all the rollers were listening to the story of the Count de Monte Cristo? And he says, yes. And I said, and that's why he decided to come up with the Monte Cristo brand and trademark it? He said, no. He said, that's the myth that your old company has always spread around, that Monte Cristo was 1935 and was created by Benji's father. But Benji told me that when his father bought the Particularities factory, it came with the Monte Cristo brand.
They were already making it.
They weren't making it. They owned the trademark.
Okay.
There's a lot of people own trademarks. Okay?
Right.
And then he tells me this funny story that, because everybody always said, oh, yeah. Benji said, yes, my father started making Monte Cristo in 1935. But he said that wasn't really the origins of Monte Cristo. I said, what do you mean? I said, all these years I've been telling this story, 1935, the Count of Monte Cristo.
Right.
He goes, let me tell you the real story. He said, my father started making it in 1935, and in walks to his factory Edgar Coleman Sr. of General Cigars' father.
Oh, wow.
Who sold tobacco and also had a little cigar business making cigars. And he said, Alonzo, I see you're making a Cuban Monte Cristo. He said, this would probably do well in the United States. I own the Monte Cristo brand in the United States. I've been making it since 1865, not him personally, but the brand's from 1865.
So it already existed here.
Benji, I got pictures. Benji gave me pictures of the box. The box was in his house. I took
Right.
pictures, and the box says Monte Cristo, 1865.
Wow.
I said, Benji, I was bullcrapping everybody when I told him it started in 1935. He said, well, that was the Cuban version. So I said, Benji, well, how did your father get the Monte Cristo brand in the United States? He said, Mr. Coleman sold it to my father for $1.
What?
He gave him the rights for $1.
Yeah, in return,
nothing, just because he was a friend. And
Wow.
Wow.
And that's the story, the
Yeah.
real story.
Wow.
And now you know.
And now you know the rest
of the
story.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is like mind blowing.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
I didn't even know that story.
Yeah. But the real question is there truth, even going back to the 1800s, on the reading of the Count of Monte Cristo to the rollers?
That's what he wants to know. Were they really?
And is that part true?
No.
Probably not. Probably not. No.
Probably not.
No.
But I would tell the story.
But it
for
made a
30
good story for a long time.
And I believed it.
That's funny.
Wow.
Because for those of you who don't know, when they roll in a factory, they have a guy named Electore, and they would read books to the rollers as they would roll all day.
Aww.
And that's
Well,
how.
this is pre-radio and everything.
Yeah,
too,
it was before radio and electronics, so that's how the workers would be entertained as they rolled cigars all day. The guy would stand
It's nice that they cared.
at a podium and he'd read a book.
Most jobs don't care if you're entertained while you're working.
So I guess the myth has always been that they were reading the Count of
That
Monte
was
Cristo.
that was the favorite roller story, was what everybody always used to say, but who knows? Apparently, it's not true. But yes, I
Not
know.
true.
When we come back, we'll see. We're going to take a quick break. We'll see who belongs in a Cigar Insane Asylum and more with Jim Colucci of Sindicato Cigars. Keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too!
Yes, it's mandatory.
This is Eric Espinoza, and over the years, many cigar aficionados have enjoyed my highly rated brands, 601, Murcielago. In the spirit of continuing improvement, I have purchased my own factory, La Zona, in rich and fertile tobacco region of Esteli, Nicaragua. After almost 2 decades in the cigar industry, I have created a brand I finally feel is worthy of my name. Espinoza cigars are made with only the finest tobaccos, hand-selected and aged to perfection. Our cigars are bold in flavor, yet refined to the palate. For more information, visit EspinozaCigars.com.
I could barely remember, but my first time was on my boat. Winning! My first time was in the locker room at the gym after a grueling workout. My first time was on a cool, crisp morning right on the 18th hole. Everyone remembers the first time they had Hex. Hex cigars are the perfect balance of body and flavor that will have you reminiscing long after the embers have gone out. Visit SindicatoCigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer today, because you will always remember the first time you had Hex.
Sereno Royale Cigars, created at the La Corona Cigar Factory in Esteli, Nicaragua. Each artfully crafted blend comes to life under the watchful eye of master blender Omar Gonzalez Aleman and industry veteran Anthony Sereno. A combination of hand-selected tobaccos from the fertile soils of Esteli and Jalapa are aged for over 5 years and then draped with a luxurious wrapper leaf. A post-roll aging process of 2 additional years brings you an endlessly complex and balanced experience. Visit our website at serenocigars.com.
If you had to pack a go bag, what would go in it? For Pepe Mendez, it was his rare Pilo Tico tobacco seeds, which he personally carried to the Dominican Republic half a century ago. In tribute, we introduced the Monte Cristo Pilo Tico Pepe Mendez, a robust cigar with nutty, leathery notes and a slow burn that marks the rebirth of a golden age. Try the new Monte Cristo at your local cigar lounge, and you may want to pack one to go too. Surgeon General warning: tobacco smoke increases the risk of lung cancer and heart disease even in non-smokers.
Quality and value are always the 2 biggest determining factors for consumers when making buying decisions. Casa Bella by Sindicato Cigars offers superior flavor, quality construction, and an affordable everyday price. Completely handmade in the Dominican Republic, these value-priced, smooth yet flavorful cigars are comprised of Dominican and Nicaraguan filler tobaccos, and they're available in natural and Maduro wrappers. Visit SindicatoCigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Casa Bella cigars. Hey, fools, how about a game of cutthroat? It's your funeral. That's my kind of game. Arnold, I hope your pool playing is better than your choice of cigars. What do you mean? Wow, tough crowd. Here, try this Recluse cigar. You're gonna need all the help you can get. Don't be stingy. Let me get one of those. Recluse. Wow, that's a good smoke. Now I can bring my A game. I think you should stick with that Recluse cigar and work on your B game, because you don't have an A game. And I know a little something about games. Boom. Ooh, that's cold.
Cigar enthusiasts, did you know your personal freedom to enjoy a fine cigar is affected by some form of smoking ban in all 50 states? Additionally, taxation on premium cigars is at its highest level in history, with some states taxing at an astronomical rate of 75%. Finally, there's a solution. CRA, Cigar Rights of America, is the first and only non-profit public advocacy association fighting for your freedom to enjoy a fine cigar. Don't just sit there. Become part of the solution. Become a CRA member today. Membership is only $35 a year. That's less than $3 a month. And as a special bonus, CRA will send you 2 limited edition cigars as a way to say thank you for joining. Visit cigarrights.org for more information and to become a member.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
I like how you cut out the intro, too. Nice work, Colin. Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio. I'm Adam K. the Brewmeister. With me, of course,
You just played Total Eclipse of the Heart?
Yeah.
He did.
Was that in your original list, Colin, or did you just add that for Adam? Did you have
It's
it
on the
originally?
original.
That's funny.
It has to be. I mean,
How
come
could
on.
it not be?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and of course, the
I haven't
Total...
heard Bad Moon Rising yet. He didn't do it for me.
Ooh.
He didn't do it for you?
Yeah, Bad Moon Rising.
Colin, get on that.
Anyways.
Yes. Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio.
Breaks.
We are here in the...
Falls too much.
Okay. Here, I'm just
Bye-bye.
trying to be nice, giving you time. Welcome back to KMA. We're entering the final segment of the show, segment number 264.
Yeah, I felt like I was going to be a little rusty today, but it was just kind of like riding a bike.
Yeah.
Just kind of went in the roll.
Well, let's see what the audience says.
Yeah.
Shut up, Paul. Shut up, Paul.
Yeah. That's enough of that.
I think I'm going to one-way tint that glass.
What is that? Nice.
Just another fun thing we can do. And we're here with Jim Colucci of Sindicato Cigars. Jim, thanks for stopping by. Right
Yes,
before you
My
have to
pleasure.
deck out to Nicaragua in the morning.
Yeah.
Before we went to break, you'd been talking about the history of the Monte Cristo brand, Benji Menendez, the Particulares.
Well, the whole thing was Particulares.
Yes,
And,
came from the whole Particulares story.
And Abe mentioned what's the relationship with Particulares and Partagas. Well,
And I know Benji, for a while, was marketed or tied with Partagas brand with General.
Right.
So
Yeah, but that was not the Cuban Partagas.
Okay.
But there is a relationship between Particulares, Monte Cristo, and Partagas. Because what Benji tells me is after his father started making Monte Cristo, he needed a bigger factory. Okay? He needed more money to buy the factory because he also wanted to buy the factory of H. Upman.
Whoa.
Okay? So guess what? He sells Particulares to the Cifuentes family who owns Partagas. So now Particulares becomes part of Partagas. So Particulares has history with this the Alonso Menendez family, who were the creators of Monte Cristo and who made Upman very famous. And then it became part of the Partagas family of the Cifuente family. Raymond Alone, right? Ramon Alones and all that stuff. So it's been around. It's got a lot of history. And then when the Cuban, Mr. Castro took over and nationalized, it wasn't a big brand in Cuba, so it was cast off to the sides.
Wow.
All right?
Interesting. So is there any, other than just there's new size releases under the Particulares line?
That's all.
All right. Anything else that was released under any of the old other lines?
No, that's basically it. We just did Affinity Maduro and 2 more items of this.
Is the FDA regulation where all this is going kind of got you in a flight pattern, or?
Yeah, it's got me in a holding pattern.
Holding pattern,
definitely.
if I meant, yeah.
Definitely in a holding pattern. I'm working on redesigning all my boxes because I've got to slap 30% of my boxes with this warning
Now,
label.
does that go into effective still, or is that part of?
That's not delayed.
That's not delayed. It's part of the delay.
In fact, the other day on August 8th, we had or maybe it was the 10th.
It was the 8th. It was 11 days
ago. On August
8th,
I had to submit my plan of where. I mean, this government's unbelievable. Where you're going to put the warning label. And once you tell them where the warning label is going,
it's got to go there.
It's got to go there, even if you change the graphic design. So basically, I had to see where would it fit, and also what's the best place to put it that it won't
hinder
make the guy get turned off. I don't think they're going to get turned off. It's just going to be that they're going to look at it and say, here's our dumb government telling me that this is not good for me. And number one, I'm not going to get pregnant, so I'm not worried about being pregnant. That's one of the warnings, just like on liquor. But I'm not worried about pregnancy myself.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm waiting for the warning labels to be on Happy Meal box.
You know what you really got? I got to tell you something.
Really?
They should be.
Or 2-liter soda bottles.
But here's the thing you got to hope they don't do. I mean, I one time was walking in this is our old factory in my other life. I walk in, I almost vomited. I said, what the hell is this? They've got this, in some countries, it's almost 3/4 of the box. They got an open lung showing the cancer. A picture in color is on the warning label.
I can't remember where it was or what country or what packaging, but I saw one because it was talking about how it could cause impotence. And they had 2 guys spooning each other. All depressed. Yeah. Like an aerial view of 2 guys spooning each other.
That's disgusting.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Talking about male impotence, how tobacco smoke could cause male impotence.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah. And with that, let's see who belongs to the Cigar Insane Asylum.
Right?
Probably
to the Cigar Asylum.
Did you know I'm utterly insane? We all go a little mad sometimes.
Where logic and reason cease to exist.
This week, who belongs in a Cigar Insane Asylum, brought to you by CLE and Asylum Cigars.
Well, I tell you, I've said this before and I'll say it again. I do believe there will be a diagnosed psychosis that will be eventually named and come out for selfie syndrome. Because there are people out there who, I'm not kidding,
right.
there are
I'm
people out there who are way too obsessed
with selfies
and just take like 500 selfies a day. It's just
wow.
I don't believe that anybody in their right state of mind or mental ability does that. But a Tampa man, 34-year-old Ron Sorn, was so proud of his heritage that he's in an Asian pride gang.
He's in an Asian pride gang.
It's actually called
Rorn.
Asian Pride
Yeah.
is the name of the gang. And his name is Rorn Sorn.
Rorn
That's
Sorn.
not a typo.
Okay.
That is real.
Rorn Sorn of our Asian Pride gang. And as any gang member does, Rorn decided to take a selfie at a gentleman's club in St. Pete. Now, to prove that he was there and that he looked cool and he's a cool guy in a gentleman's club. Unfortunately, he was not a good multitasker. Mm-hmm. And while taking a selfie...
In the bathroom
of the
gentleman's club.
Right, he was in the bathroom of the gentleman's club. This is important.
How do you guys know more than me in this story? It doesn't say it.
We came to our meeting.
Somebody didn't type out the proper information.
Okay, that would be Paul.
Someone cut things down too much.
Paul. Anyways, so he's in. I assume, since you guys know the story, he's in a bathroom.
Yes.
Taking a selfie.
Yep. Yeah.
Is he taking a selfie in the process of doing something? Or just
No, listen, we debated this because he wants to prove that he's cool while he's at a strip club, but you're in a bathroom. Like,
how are people
going to
know
what bathroom you're in?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you're a group, your gang.
And while taking the selfie, he accidentally discharged his gun.
Yeah.
I need to know, is that a metaphor, or do you really
No,
discharge
he
his gun?
really...
Like a real gun.
He shot a
gun. It could have been both.
I wasn't sure if that was you were trying to be funny or...
He might have done both, but all we really know about is the dent in the women's bathroom.
The bullet went through the mirror and into the adjacent women's restroom.
Yeah.
Luckily, no injuries were reported. The security guard approached Rorn Sorn as he was leaving, and Sorn reportedly told the guard that it was an accident and he was just trying to take a selfie. Mm-hmm. Police responded, and officers found the handgun, ammunition, and drugs on Sorn. Mm. Congratulations, Rorn Sorn. You are without a doubt.
Probably to your point.
This week's inductee into the Cigar Insane Asylum.
Yeah. Rorn Sorn, just the name alone, says...
You ever take a selfie, Jim?
No.
Never took one ever.
Not even one. Wow.
Bet you discharged a gun, though.
Yes.
Not in the strip club.
Right. Not into the women's bathroom.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah, it's safer that way.
Holy
Yes, most
cow.
definitely. So,
Roaring
Right?
sword.
yes, and the Asian Pride Gang definitely belongs in a
Yeah.
cigar insane asylum. Brought to you by
man.
There it
CME and Asylum
is.
Cigars.
Little
It's been a
fan.
fantastic episode of KMA Talk Radio. Make sure you check out the podcast on Monday when it goes up, and always the Facebook Live video. You can check in again. Next week, Arthur Kemper of Perdomo Cigars will be
good.
here.
Old friend.
Absolutely, be great to talk to him. Special thanks to Jim and Oscar Valladares.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Jim Colucci of Sindicato.
Thank you.
Keep it lit!
Awarded the 2014 Nicaraguan Cigar of the Year with numerous 90-plus ratings, the Perdomo 20th Anniversary Cigar celebrates Tabacalera Perdomo's 20 years as one of Nicaragua's largest premium cigar manufacturers. Using only the highest priming tobaccos grown exclusively by the Perdomo family, the 20th Anniversary Cigar has a tremendous profile with layer upon layer of rich, elegant, complex flavors. Visit your nearest authorized tobacconist today and experience the masterful blend of these Nicaraguan puros. Now available in extremely limited edition pyramid size in sun-grown or Maduro.
The all-new Scores